welcome. Thanks. All right, leaving Dr. Doolittle, or Doolittle. Leaving Doolittle, the movie with Robert Downey Jr. navigating the traffic, walking across the road, carrying this phone. The story of Doolittle, let me get into it. Opens with sort of some exposition covering Doolittle and his love interest Lily, who went on a great adventure and died at sea. So a bit of sadness to start the film. And now Doolittle has gone into what I would call Luke Skywalker mode. He's shut the gates of his great animal sanctuary, and he's grown this massive beard, and he's going to be a recluse. Like I said, Luke Skywalker mode, Last Jedi. That seems to be what's happening with Dr. Doolittle. And you know what? This little boy, enter another story, teenage boy, accidentally shoots a squirrel out in the forest, and instead of killing it, which would be I don't know if it was his father or people hunting with him, he chooses to save it by taking it to Dr. Doolittle's sanctuary and trying to reactivate the doctor to get the squirrel saved. The doctor, of course, cannot resist. Dr. Doolittle cannot resist the prospect of helping an animal. That's about as much as the plot as I'm going to unveil. The Queen is dispatched. I guess a little bit more because I just need a little more context to what's going on. Queen is very ill and dispatches one of her, I guess, would be daughters or sisters or a younger person from the kingdom to help to get Dr. Doolittle to come out of his recluse mode and to save her. Because if the Queen dies, then Dr. Doolittle's sanctuary becomes threatened. That is the gist of Doolittle. Of course, a grand adventure begins. And in this grand adventure, Doolittle must come back. Must decide if he's going to come back and out of his recluse mode. This was not a bad movie. I don't understand the hate towards it, frankly. If you're not an animal person, maybe it's not a great movie, but you know what? I've seen Lion King, frankly, was worse. The Lion King, the animated version of it. Sorry about this. I would consider The Lion King significantly worse than this movie. Not the original animated one. I thought it was a pretty decent adventure. Kept me entertained. There was some humor throughout. Robert Downey Jr. with that accent, which just, again, sort of a cross between what he did in Tropical Thunder and this. He was good. Robert Downey Jr., was he worth $20 million? I think that's what I saw reported was he was paid for this. I'm not sure about that. Certainly opens the possibility for a franchise if it's not completely slayed by critics and the box office sales are there. I'll be curious to see what the audience reaction is to it. I'm guessing the audience reaction to this film is going to be better than the critic reaction. If you want to consider me a critic, I don't know if you do or not. I feel like I'm just an average guy who loves movies and goes and sees a lot of movies. I think this will be my 32nd, 33rd film this month, and we're at about the middle of the month. So I see a lot of movies. And as far as new in the theater, this week, Bad Boys for Life, and this, honestly, I felt about the same. I think they were about the same. Out of 5 stars, I'm going to give Doolittle a 3-star 3-star rating of entertaining. It didn't blow me away. It wasn't the greatest film I've ever seen. For adventure films of sort of a genre that I'm mildly interested in, but it kept me entertained. So it earns a recommendation to go see it. Now, if you don't like animals, you don't like talking animals, because I wondered at the beginning whether or not the animals themselves talked. They do. So if that's a spoiler, I apologize. There's far more in this movie to see than what I've described. Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. earns 3 out of 5 stars from me. The score was pretty grand. What are the things that I would say I felt that could have been better? It was very CGI-y venture film. Not sort of cardboard villainry. You will know what I mean by that if and when you see the movie. So if you don't like a lot of CGI in your adventure, you wanted more real animal action, you'll be a bit disappointed. Again, Lion King, I mentioned that. A lot of people dislike that, the fact that it didn't cover any new ground. I don't know, I can't remember seeing, it's been a long time since I've seen the original Dr. Doolittle, and I felt I'd have to go back and look at that again to see that film, but I liked this. I did. So 3 out of 5 stars for Doolittle, Robert Downey Jr., recommended by me. Like I said, I put it on about the same level as Bad Boys for Life, which I just saw, so they're both going to earn equal. It's going to be tough for me to choose which one of those two, or whether it's a dead heat tie. They're both about the same. They're both 3-star films for me. Not spectacular, but not bad. I don't understand the scorn thrown at this film. I'm going to have to go back now and read other reviews in detail and see why they're so angry or upset or dislike this film so strongly. Personally didn't feel like that. Felt like it was a good film. It was average adventure film. It wasn't great. It wasn't outstanding. It wasn't going to be an Oscar type film for me. This will be forgettable. Would I want to see it again? No. But it is a 3 out of 5 star film, and that's what I'm sticking with. I am Todd from MovieReviewsByUs.com. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my subscriber base here at YouTube. So, I haven't put a lot of huge effort in it too, but click the subscribe button. Join me. I review every new movie that comes out into the theaters that's a wide release. If it's a limited release, I may not get to it because it may not show in the theaters where I'm at. That's sort of my rule of thumb for seeing in the theaters. I saw Doolittle in the theaters, giving it the thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come on over to MovieReviewsByUs.com. Plenty of reviews, plenty of coverage on new movies coming out, both next month, next week, and into the future. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Take care.